Okay, let's look into question number 26. How are the resources provided in Oracle Database Azure service? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, Oracle Exadata Infrastructure, Oracle Exadata VM Cluster, Oracle Container, and pluggable databases are provisionized in Azure Portable. Databases are provided in Azure, but the option overstayed by including container and PDBS prematurely. So option is not a good choice. Moving on to option number B. Oracle Exadata Infrastructure and Oracle Exadata VM Cluster are provisionized in the OCI console and Oracle Container and pluggable databases in Azure Portable. All provisionation occurred in Azure, not split between OCI and Azure. So option B again a wrong choice. Moving on to option number C. Oracle Exadata VM Cluster and Oracle Container Database are provisionized in the OCI console. Oracle Database Azure use Azure Portable for provisioning, not OCI console. So again, option C is a not choice. Moving on to option number D. Oracle Exadata Infrastructure and Oracle Exadata VM Cluster are provisionized in the Azure portal. Oracle Exadata Infrastructure and VM Cluster are provisioned directly in the Azure portal as the part of integrated Oracle database at the Azure experience. So option D will be the correct choice. Okay, let's look into question number 27. Which among these is a capability of Oracle database at Azure? Okay, let's look into the option. Option A. Connect Azure native services securely and privately to an Oracle database service in OCI data center. Oracle Database Azure hosts Oracle services within Azure, not in OCI data centers. So option is not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B. Provision Oracle Exadata infrastructure and VM cluster in Azure data centers. Oracle Database Azure enable provisioning of Exadata infrastructure and VM cluster directly within Azure data centers. So option B might be a potential answer. Moving on to option number C. Achieve milliseconds level latency. Low latency is a benefit but not a unique capability. So not a correct choice. Moving on to option number D. Simplify provision of Oracle database from Azure console on an Exadata infrastructure and VM cluster provision in OCI data center. In Oracle database at Azure, infra is hosted in Azure, not in OCI. So again the wrong choice. So option B will be the correct. Okay, let's look into question number 28. A company has a legacy application running on Oracle Exadata infrastructure on premises. Okay, let's look into question number 28. A company has a legacy application running on Oracle Exadata infrastructure on premises. They are migrating the application to Microsoft Azure and are considering moving their Oracle database to Azure as well. However, they have faced challenges with network complexity, high cost, and latency in previous attempts to connect their on-premises Exadata infrastructure to Azure. The company needs a solution that allows them to migrate their Oracle database Azure seamlessly while maintaining performance and reducing operational cost. They also want to ensure minimal latency between their application and database. Which solution would meet the company's requirement? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A. Migrate the Oracle database to Azure Compute and manual manage networking, connectivity, and data scaling as the company needs grow. Manual Azure Compute migration requires manual setup and lacks Exadata performance and automation. So, not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B. Migrate the Oracle database to Oracle Exadata service on Azure. Exadata service on Azure does not simplify specific Oracle database at Azure, which is a correct integration solution. Okay, let's look into question number 28. A company has a legacy application running on Oracle Exadata infrastructure on premises. They are migrating the application of application to Microsoft Azure and are considering moving their Oracle database to Azure as well. However, they have faced challenges with network complexity, high cost, and latency in previous attempts to connect their on-premises accelerated infrastructure to Azure. The company needs a solution that allows them to migrate their Oracle database Azure seamlessly while maintaining performance and reducing operational costs. They also want to ensure minimal latency between their application and database. Which solution would meet the company's requirement? Okay, let's look into the option. Option A, migrate the Oracle database to Azure Compute and manually manage network connectivity and database scaling as the company needs to grow. Okay, manual Azure Compute migration requires manual setups and lack accelerator performance and automation. So, not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B, migrate the Oracle database to Oracle Accelerator Service on Azure. Accelerator Service on Azure does not simplify Oracle Accelerator, which is an incorrect immigration solution. So, not a correct choice. Moving on to option number C, migrate the Oracle database to a third-party cloud provider and configure complex cross-cloud connectivity to Azure to maintain performance. Third-party cloud with cross-cloud setups add complexity and latency, contradicting the company's goal. So, not a correct choice. Moving on to option number C, use Oracle Database Azure to deploy Accelerator data services in Azure and migrates their Oracle database directly from on-premises Exadata infrastructure to Azure. Oracle Exadata Azure with direct migration enables a seamless migration, low latency, and reduced operational cost. So option D will be the correct choice. Okay, let's look into question number 29. What comprise the physical architecture of Oracle Database Azure? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, Oracle places three of their OCI availability domain, one of each of the three Azure availability zones. OCI availability domains are not replicated inside Azure zones, so not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B, Oracle creates an OCI pods that is closer to the Oracle Azure data center and connects it with the nearest OCI region by the low latency Oracle managed network link. Oracle Database Azure runs inside Azure, not via external link to OCI regions. So not a correct choice again. Moving on to option number C. OCI pods in Azure data centers contain the Exadata database service slacks, but all the other dependency and controls reside in the nearest OCI data center. All dependency reside within Azure, not split with OCI data centers. So again the wrong choice. Moving on to option number C. OCI pods that are created inside Azure data centers are an extension of the OCI data center that have the same OCI infrastructure and service like the Exadata database services along all the dependency. OCI pod Azure inside Azure data centers extend full OCI infrastructure including Exadata database service and all dependency natively into Azure. So option D will be the correct choice. Okay, let's look into question number 30. What is the purpose of selecting an Oracle Cloud Infrastructure account after purchasing Oracle Database Azure in the Azure portal? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, to link the Azure service to an existing Oracle data instance. Linking is not an connectivity of existing databases but for embedding new provisions. So option not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B, to manage user access and permissions within the OCI environment. Managing user access and permissions is handled through identification federation, not by selecting an OCI account during an Oracle database Azure setups. So option B not a correct choice. Moving on to option number C. Selecting to provision and manage container database and pluggable database. Selecting an OCI account enable provision and lifecycle management of containers and pluggable databases within Oracle Database Azure. So option C might be a potential answer. Moving on to option number D. To configure network attachment for our database service, network setup is handled separately via Azure VNet delegation, not OCI account selection. So option D not a correct choice. So option C will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 31. Which first action need to be completed during the onboarding of Oracle database added Azure? Option E. An active Azure subscription is linked with an OCI tenancy for billing purposes. Billing linkage is a part of a setup but not the first onboarding action. So not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B. Customer consult Oracle says for price argument which which is then created as a private offer in an Oracle Azure marketplace by Oracle to be purchased by the customer. Onboarding begins with a negotiated private offer created by Oracle in Azure marketplace. So option B might be a potential answer. Moving on to option number C. Linking OCI accounts is recommended during onboarding to avoid logging into the OCI account by manually providing credential each time. OCI account linkage is optional and occurs after offer purchase. So not a correct choice. Moving on to option number D. The onboarding steps is preceded by a private offer purchase from the Oracle private offer market. The private offer must first be created by Oracle sales before it can be purchased. So option D not a correct choice. So option B will be the correct one. Which role is required under the Microsoft customer agreement to accept a private offer in the Azure marketplace? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A. Billing account owner or contributed role. Under MCA, only billing account owners or contributors can accept private offers in Azure Marketplace. So option A looking a good option. Moving on to option number B, free plus paid permission. Free plus paid permission is a not valid Azure rule and does not grant authority to accept private offers in Azure Marketplace. So option B not a correct choice. Moving on to option number C, enterprise administration rule. Enterprise administration is required under the enterprise agreement, not under the Microsoft customer agreement or accepting private offers. So option C not a good answer. Moving on to option number D, user access administration rule. User access administration rule manage role assignments but lack permission to accept private offer in the Azure marketplace. So option D not a correct choice. So option A will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 33. Which of these is correct statement about routing within an Oracle Cloud Infrastructure virtual cloud network? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, custom route tablets can be created and associated with subnets in a VCN to control traffic routing. OCI allows creation of custom routes tables that can be assigned to individual subnet to control traffic routing. So option A looking a good answer. Moving on to option number B. A default route table is automatically created with each VCN that cannot be modified. The default route tables can be modified by adding or removing route rules. So option B not a correct choice. Moving on to option number C. Subnets in a VCN can automatically route traffic to the internet without an additional routing configuration. Internet access required explicit route rules and an internet gateway. It's not automatic. So option C not a correct choice. Moving on to option number D. Each subnet in a VCN is limited to a one route table which must be shared across all subnet in the VCN. Each subnet can have its own route table. Sharing is not mandatory. So option D not a correct choice. So option A will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 34. A company has deployed a multi-tier application in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure with web servers in a public subnet and database servers in a private subnet. The data servers need to access data from OCI object storage, and the company wants to ensure that this communication is secure and not exposed to the public internet. Which OCI feature should be used to achieve this objective? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, use a VPN gateway to create an encrypted tunnel to object storage. VPN gateway connects on-premises to OCI, not used for internal access to object storage. So option A, not a correct choice. Moving on to option number C. Option number B, use service gateway to establish a secure connection to object storage. Service gateway enables secure private access from OCI subnet to object storage without traversing the public internet. So option B might be a potential answer. Let's keep it. Moving on to option number C. Use a local peering gateway to peer with the object storage subnet. LPG is used for VCN to VCN communication, not for accessing OCI services like object storage. So option C not a correct choice. Moving on to option number D. Use a NAT gateway to enable private access to object storage. NAT gateway allows outbound internet access, not direct access to OCI services like object storage. So option D not a correct choice. So option B will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 35. What does the term multi-cloud mean and how can it help organizations manage their IT infrastructure? Okay, let's look into the options. The use of multiple cloud services from a single provider for redundancy and high availability. Using multiple services from a single provider supports redundancy, but it does not qualify as a multi-cloud strategy. So option A not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B. The use of cloud services from multiple providers to leverage the best features and service for each. Multi-cloud enables organizations to combine strength of different cloud platforms for flexibility, performance, and vendor independence. So option B might be a potential answer. Moving on to option number C, the deployment of a single cloud service across multiple regions and data center for better performance. Deploying a single cloud service region improves performance and availability, but it does not represent the multi-cloud strategy. So option C not a correct choice. Moving on to option number D. The integration of on-premises infrastructure with cloud services by hybrid cloud approach. Hybrid cloud connect on-premises with cloud whereas multi-cloud spans multiple cloud vendors. So option D again a wrong choice. So option B will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 36. What is not a primary driver for organization to adopt a multi-cloud strategy? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, avoid vendor lock-in. Multi-cloud help organization avoid dependency on a single cloud provider. Option A is not a good choice. Moving on to option number B, reducing latency to on-premises systems. Latency to on-premises system is typically addressed by hybrid cloud, not multi-cloud strategy. So option B moving looking like a good answer. Moving on to option number C, leveraging best of breed solution. Multi-cloud enables users to specialize service from different providers for optional performance. So option C not a good choice. Moving on to option number D, ensuring regulatory compliance and data sovereignty. Multi-cloud data Multi-cloud allows data placement across regions to meet compliance and sovereignty needs. So option D again a wrong choice. So option B will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 37. Which cloud provider is not a multi-cloud partner of Oracle? Okay, option A, Amazon Web Service. Oracle offers Oracle Database, AWS, and other integration. So option A, not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B, Google Cloud. Oracle Database Services are available on Google Cloud infrastructure. So option B not a correct choice. Moving on to option number C, IBM Cloud. IBM Cloud is not listed among Oracle official multi-cloud partners. So option C might be a potential answer. Let's keep it. Moving on to Microsoft Azure. Oracle Database Azure is a flagship multi-cloud offering. So option D again a wrong choice. So option B will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 38. In the context of Oracle Fast Connect, what are the two types of virtual circuits? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, layer 3 and pair 4. Layer 3 and pair 4 refers to OCI model layers, not valid circuit types in Oracle Fast Connect. So option A not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B, private and public. Fast Connect support private peering for VCN access and public peering for Oracle services like object storage. So option B looking good. Moving on to option number C, interregion and interregion. Intra-region and inter-region describe traffic scope, not the types of virtual circuit defined in Oracle Fast Connect. So again a wrong choice. Moving on to option number D, standard and high performance. Standard and high performance refer to bandwidth options, not type of virtual circuits in Oracle Fast Connect. So option D not a correct choice. So option B will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 39. What is the primary difference between using Oracle Fast Connect with an Oracle partner and using Fast Connect with collocation with Oracle? Okay, let's look into the options. Their geographical location available for connection. Both options offers broad regional coverage and location is not a primary differentiator. So option A not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B. The method of establishing the physical connection to Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Partner-based Fast Connect manages connectivity while colocation requires customers to set up direct physical cross connection with Oracle. So option B might be a potential answer. Let's keep it. Moving on to option number C. The number of available redundancy models. Redundancy options are available in both model and dependent on configuration, not connection type. So option C not a correct choice. Moving on to option number D, the type of virtual circuit supported. Both models support public and private virtual circuits equally. So option D not a correct choice again. Moving on. So option B will be the correct choice. Okay, let's look into question number 40. Which components are required to establish a site-to-site VPN connection in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, dynamic routing gateway, customer premises equipment, and IPsec tunnels. DRG, CPE, and IPsec tunnels are essential components for establishing a site-to-site VPN between OCI and on-premises network. So option A might be a potential answer. Let's keep it. Moving on to option number B. Internet gateway, network address translation gateway, and IPsec tunnel. Internet and gateways are used for outbound traffics, not for VPN connectivity. So option B not a correct choice. Moving on to option number C. Dynamic routing gateway, NAT gateway, and IPsec tunnel. NAT gateway is not involved in VPN setup. CPE is required for on-premises connectivity. So option C not a correct choice. Moving on to option number D. Internet gateway, customer premises equipment, and IPsec tunnels. Internet gateway is not used to site-to-site VPN, and DRG is the correct OCI component for routing VPN traffics. So option D again a wrong choice. So option A will be the correct one. Okay, let's move on to question number 41. Which is a database service that cannot be provisionized in the Oracle public cloud? Okay, let's look into the option. Autonomous database for dedicated infrastructure. Autonomous database on dedicated infrastructure is a provisional in the Oracle public cloud for isolated and mission critical workloads. So option is not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B, autonomous database for shared infrastructure. Autonomous database on shared infrastructure is provisional in the Oracle public cloud for scalable and cost efficient workloads. So option B not a correct choice again. Moving on to option number C, Exadata database service on shared infrastructure. Oracle does not offer Exadata database service on shared infrastructure in a public cloud. So option C might be a potential answer. Let's keep it. Moving on to option number D, Exadata database service on dedicated infrastructure. Exadata database services on dedicated infrastructure is provisional in the Oracle public cloud for high performance and isolated workloads. So option D not a correct choice again. So option C will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 42. Which feature is supported in all Oracle database edition in Oracle cloud infrastructure? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, diagnostic packs. Diagnostic packs require Oracle Enterprise Edition and additional licensing. So option A not a correct choice. Moving on to option B, in-memory database. In-memory features are exclusively to Enterprise Edition with extra cost. So option B again a wrong choice. Moving on to option number C, data guard. Data guard is available only with Enterprise Edition and specific configuration. So again a wrong choice. Moving on to option number D, transparent data encryption. TDE is included in enable by default across all Oracle Database Edition in OCI. So option D will be the correct choice. Okay, let's look into question number 43. To achieve high availability in a two-node RAC-DB system in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, what would you use to distribute your node to provide database instance fault isolation? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, a local region. Region defines geographic boundaries, not fault isolation within data centers. So option A is not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B, fault domain. Fault domains isolation resolve resources within an availability domain to minimize impact from hardware failures. So option B might be a potential answer. Let's keep it. Moving on to option number C, remote region. Remote region are used for disaster recovery, not intra-region fault isolation. So option C not a correct choice. Moving on to option number D, availability domain. ADs provide broader isolation, but RAC nodes in a two-node setup are typically placed within the same AD using separate fault domains. So option D again a wrong choice. So option B will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 44. Which workload type is not optimized for Oracle Autonomous Database on shared Exadata infrastructure? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, mixed workloads. Autonomous database supports both OLTP and analytics in a covered architecture. So option A not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B, transaction processing. Autonomous databases are shared infrastructure and optimized for transaction processing workloads with built-in scalability and automations. So option B not a correct choice. Moving on to option number C, data warehousing. Autonomous databases are shared infrastructure and is optimized for data warehousing workloads with built-in parallelism and columnar storage. So option C again a wrong choice. Moving on to option number D, high performance computing. High performance computing requires specialized compute memory and networking not provided by autonomous database or shared Exadata infrastructure. So option D will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 45. What is the key benefit of using Oracle Autonomous Database on shared Exadata infrastructure? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, Unlimited storage capacity. Storage is scalable but not unlimited. Quotas and limited apply. So a wrong choice. Moving on to option number B. Dedicated hardware resources for each database. Shared infrastructure means resources are pooled, not dedicated per database. So again a wrong choice. Moving on to option number C. Automatic database tuning and patching. Autonomous database services automates performing tuning, patching, backups, and scaling using machine learning. So option C might be a potential answer. Let's keep it. Moving on to option number D. Seamless integration with third-party cloud providers. While integration is possible, it's not a core benefit for the shared Exadata infrastructure. So option D a wrong choice. So option C will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 46. What are the main types of purchases offered for Oracle database at Google Cloud? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A standard and premium. Standard and premiums are not recognized offer types of Oracle database at Google Cloud. So wrong choice. Moving on to option number B. Free, trial and paid. Oracle Database Google Cloud does not offers a free trial mode. So option B not a correct choice. Moving on to option number C, public and private. Oracle offers pay as you go and negotiated private offers via Google Cloud Marketplace. So option C might be a potential answer. Moving on to option number D, basic and advanced. Basic and advanced labels do not reflect the actual purchase option available. So option D again a wrong choice. So option B will be the correct one. Option C. Okay, let's look into question number 47. What is the key difference between the purchase workflow for the private and public offers of Oracle database at the Google Cloud? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A. The public offers allow for the use of existing OCI accounts while the private offer does not. Both offers require OCI tenancy. This is not a differentiating factor. So option A not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B. The private offer involves negotiating a contract with Oracle sales representative while the public offer does not. The private offer requires a pre-negotiated contract with the Oracle or a reseller before purchasing through Google Cloud Marketplace. So option B might be a potential answer. Let's keep it. Moving on to option number C. The public offers is built through Oracle while the private offer is built through Google Cloud. Both offers are built through Google Cloud Marketplace, not Oracle directly. So option C not a correct choice. Moving on to option number D. The private offers requires approval from Google Cloud while the public offer does not. No specific approval from Google Cloud is required for either offer types. So option D again a wrong choice. So option B will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 48. Companies deploying multiple applications in Google Cloud and want to access a centralized Oracle database service located in Oracle database at Google Cloud. They want to ensure that the application is different VPCs and securely communicate with the database without any direct peering between the application VPCs. Which network topology should the company use to securely connect application in different VPCs to the centralized Oracle Exadata database services? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, VPC peering between separate VPCs for each application and transit VPC for centralized database access. VPC peering with the transit VPC requires direct connection between application VPCs, which violates the no peering requirement. So option is not a correct choice. Moving on to option number B, direct connect between application and Oracle Exadata database services. Direct connect in an OCI feature is not applicable for interconnect VPCs routing within Google Cloud. So option B not a correct choice. Moving on to option number C. A single VPC with all application and database service in the same project. A single VPC with all application and database service violates the requirement for isolation VPCs per applications. So option C again a wrong choice. Moving on to option number D. Hub and spoke topology with a network virtual appliance for centralized connectivity. Hub and spoke topology with an NV enables secure centralized connectivity from multiple VPCs to an Oracle database without direct inter VPC peering. So option D will be the correct one. Okay, let's look into question number 49. What step must be completed during the onboarding process of Oracle database at Google Cloud? Okay, let's look into the options. Option A, Google Cloud project creation and OCI account subscription. Google Cloud project creation and OCI subscription are requested, not the part of the onboarding process itself. So option A not a good choice. Moving on to option number B, by Oracle support registration and RBAC assignments. By Oracle, my Oracle support registration and RBAC assignments are post-purchase setup task, not part of onboarding step. So option B again a wrong choice. Moving on to option number C, account linking and identity federation. Identity federation is optional, not required for onboarding. So option C again a wrong choice. Moving on to option number D, purchase and configuration. Onboarding begins with purchasing the offer and configuring the service in Google Cloud by Marketplace. So option D will be the correct choice.